Since senior linebacker Nolan Smith got injured in the game against Florida, this Georgia defense actually has not suffered any drop-off. One of the biggest reasons for that, Nolan Smith himself has basically turned into another coach for this Georgia defense. We caught up with him at Georgia's media day heading into the Peach Bowl against Ohio State, asking him how he's feeling, what the season has been like for him, and how this defense matches up against the Buckeyes. This was a magical interview with Nolan Smith. You'll see what I mean if you keep watching.
No, I don't want to hold that wand. I believe in the Lord.
We'll give the cards 2 cuts, and I think this is yours. And now, what is yours?
70. Ace of Spades.
The Ace of Spades. Then we have your card, the Ace of Spades there. Okay, and if you hold yours for a second. Now, you have no clue what card he's thinking about.
Nah.
Okay, so
Got a couple questions for you. First of all, what just happened over there?
The magic show. So I don't know, man. The magic show, he just told me to hold the wand. And so I was holding the wand. Then he picked their first card. He gave everybody 2 cards. And he took their first card and told them to forget about the second one and asked, would you remember the second one if you seen it? Then he made me wave the wand, and he picked out their first card. Then their second card just changed under the table by itself. So we thinking, all right, okay. Then after that, a lot of guys started talking about other things. Then he told me to unzip my jacket, don't go nowhere. And he pulled the rest of the deck of cards
Out of your jacket?
out of my shoulder of my jacket right here, like where I had pec surgery at. That's why everybody was shocked.
Oh my
And because
God.
I had my jacket zipped up, I don't want nobody to touch me.
No.
So that's why it was crazy.
So definitely magic.
Oh yeah. I was scared. I ain't wanted to touch. I ain't going near now.
We'll keep some distance from him. Speaking of your injury, though, Kirby, all of the guys have talked about how even though you're hurt, you've almost been like a second coach out there. What has this season been like? I know it's been fun to be sidelined, but it seems like you've still been really vocal and involved.
Yeah, I've been really vocal and involved, man. I'm just trying to help out and just be with my guys and just have fun, make the most of my senior year. I would say salvage the rest of what my memories that I have here and just hanging out with the guys, just even being here doing the magic show.
How do you coach them up? I saw you walking around there we got to watch about 15 minutes of practice. Or what advice are you giving those guys? How are you kind of coaching those guys up?
Man, I'm just telling them what, the scheme. Sometimes you need help with schemes. Sometimes you need help with footwork, and then I also can give them like a player's aspect because I just did it.
Sure.
So I try to, especially in the outside linebacker, when you tell them how, I try to do things or how you should try to do it. And especially when I see something, I say something, if you're doing something the wrong way, you can't just let it go by because it add up and keep getting greater and greater.
I know you were probably, emotional when you got hurt, like you said, your senior year. But is it helping you? Is it easing that a little bit that you're still able to be so involved?
Yeah, it's kind of easing it a lot just because I can still hang out with the guys, be there with all my friends, the guys that I came into school with. So, these are the same guys that, we were all living in dorms once together. And the same guys that we all go through fall camp and live together for 15 days and 20 days. So it's really, Coach Smart said I need them and they need me, and he was right.
Going into this Ohio State game, number 2 scoring offense in the country, C.J. Stroud is so good. What do you need to see from this defense to come away victorious?
Man, shine the brightest in the dark. When everyone don't believe in you and when you just came off a bad performance, how do you respond? And that's what I tell them. It's not about what happened last night. It's not about what happened a week ago. It's about how you respond to the next opportunity that you get. And that's one thing, being with Coach Smart, I'm picking up a lot of cool sayings, so I like that too. But, it's how do you respond, and I think the guys are going to go out there and respond very well.
Nolan has always been Nolan since the first day that I met him. And, obviously I know him being hurt, him not having the opportunity to go out there and play with us. I know it hurts him a great deal, but like I said, I think that's a part of why he continued to stay involved and locked in with the team. And, we want to go out there and get a win for him.